Hi guys, it's Mrs. Markloff, and we're going to read chapter 24 together. Each morning that week, I tossed a few things into my backpack for the trip. Then, after school, I'd stop by Grandma's to move them to her closet. Her set of suitcases fit in one side, the other like nesting dolls. We sat on the floor near her closet and added items to the small suitcase each day. The medium-sized suitcase had been packed with Grandma's things since the day after she bought the tickets. I'd been reading What to Pack for Your Alaskan Vacation articles, so I'd know what to bring. People forget things when they travel to Alaska. They don't pack enough for the cold weather, thinking, how bad can it be in the summer? But it's a lot colder there, especially at night. Traveling on a boat is even worse. With all of the wind, a good coat wasn't enough. You had to have gloves and a scarf and a hat and thick socks. Of course, I didn't have all those things. Living in Houston, in the corner of the dresser drawer was a pair of gloves I'd hardly worn. Even in winter, I got by with my hands in my pockets. My sock supply was made up of those thin white ones that came in 6 pairs to a package from Target. I'd packed extra pairs so I could double up. My gray sweatshirt had a hood that would work for a hat. Plus, my hair was thick enough to protect me from the cold, even if I went sledding across the Arctic tundra. Before I left home that Saturday morning, I threw the last few things into my backpack. I gave an extra long hug to each of my parents before leaving to meet Grandma. Dad asked if I was okay. Doing great, I answered, which was true. This was the most important thing I'd ever done. I was nervous, but mostly excited. Have fun at the beach, Mom told me. Call if you need anything. All I could do was nod for an answer before walking out the front door. Maybe they would worry till I got back, but my leaving would be a relief in a way. No more explaining things for Dad. No more of him having to explain things for me. They'd have a kind of vacation too. Tristan was in the driveway with Adam, looking under the hood of Adam's truck. That was not unusual. The truck was always breaking down. Once I had leaned against it when Tristan started it up. It'd shaken like it was running on a lawnmower engine. What's wrong with it? I asked. You know, it's a long list, but what were you working on now? It won't start, Tristan answered. Maybe needs a new battery. Smells weird, I told him. Like a barbecue grill. Not in a good way. Yeah, Adam dropped a cheeseburger last time he worked on the car. It's really stuck in there. So what do you think? I think you shouldn't have eaten the rest of that cheeseburger if you get it out of there. He grabbed a set of jumper cables from the bed of the truck. As soon as he lifted the plastic cover over the battery terminals for him, I saw the problem. I pointed at the caked-on corrosion. Clean those things off and maybe it'll start. Adam chuckled and rolled his eyes when Tristan told him what I'd said. I didn't miss the look of the warning that Tristan gave him. That's not a big deal, Adam said. There's something else wrong. On any other day, I'd have grabbed the alternator wire and carried it around in my backpack till Adam admitted I was right. But I'd be far away from there in a few hours, and Mom and Dad didn't need his dumb truck sitting on our driveway all week. Those battery wires don't even know they're connected to anything. Clean it with some baking soda or pour a Coke on it. After Tristan interpreted that, I asked him, Want to go get a breakfast taco? I have some time before I meet Grandma. He shook his head. I'll stay here and help fix this. We'll go tomorrow, okay? I'm telling you, pour a Coke on it and it'll start right up. Okay, we'll try that. Talk to you later. I almost told him right then that I wouldn't be around tomorrow, or the next day, or a few days after that. But I just got on my bike and rode away. There were plenty of Mexican restaurants around. I'd been to all of them. The best breakfast tacos were at Carlos Gas 'Em Up, one side of the convenience store, and the other side was set up as a cafe. The owner, Carlos, and his whole family worked there. I ordered a potato, egg, and cheese taco, plus a small coffee, something more grown up than usual, chocolate milk. After one bitter sip, I tossed it in the trash can. Then I used a napkin to scrape the taste off my tongue. How could anyone drink that stuff? I went to the back counter for chocolate milk. As I sat there and ate, I looked around at the people who'd been reading the news or chatting with one another before work. I was dying to tell someone what I was about to do. I'd never held on to a secret this big, and it was bursting to get out. I went ahead and signed it right there to the whole room. No one would understand anyway, so it was a way of letting the secret out while still keeping it. After finishing the last bite of my taco, I crumbled it up the foil wrapper and sighed. I should get going. Don't want to miss my flight. On my way to meet a whale. As I left the parking lot, I saw Tristan and Adam driving up the road in Adam's truck. Obviously, they'd fixed it and decided they had time for breakfast tacos after all. I almost went back. Maybe if they saw me, Tristan would have signed something like, "You were right." That was the only reason I thought about turning around, not so I could say goodbye to him or anything.